What up, world? Welcome to another episode of RMT. That's Real Men Talk. It's your boy Standing Man. I got my boy EIG in the building.
What up, what up, what up, everybody?
Yeah, man. So here we are with another conversation today, man, to talk to y'all and let y'all join in with us. On today, before we even get started, man, I want to do a special shout out. I know Father's Day was Sunday. And one thing about it, man, that me and EI unfortunately share together is that, both our fathers are deceased. So, man, I want to give a shout out to my pops, Stanley Nash Sr.,
No doubt.
and also, man, I want to give a shout out, man, to, Elton Ivory Sr.,
Yes, sir.
big shout out
Appreciate
to
that.
those gentlemen, man. They're the
Yeah,
reason that we're here right now. And so I definitely going to
facts.
dedicate this show to those men, man, for real.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Oh
sir.
yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. So, man, on today, man, let's go ahead and get into it, baby. It's one thing that our fathers taught us, and that's taking responsibility for your mess. Yes, sir.
Hmm. Come
Taking
on with it.
responsibility for your mess. So, a lot of people out there, man, is that we take our situations and we tend to blame other people when things happen to us.
Right.
So as we get older, we seem to we seem to we seem to accumulate a lot of things over the years and it builds up. And so once we don't see it at first when you're young, when you're doing stuff, when you it's just little small things. So you can take a little small thing and put it in the earth, and once it grow into a large tree. And so those small things you did as you get older, now those things are coming back to hunt you. They're coming back. And a
Hmm.
lot of times we don't want to say we are the reason that these things are happening to us in our life.
Right.
We'll be like, you know what? It was my mama, because my mama wasn't there for me, because
Hmm.
she didn't do this for me. She didn't come to parent teacher conference. She didn't discipline me. She wasn't there to show me how to wash dishes or to do this. It's easy to do that. It's easy to say that my father wasn't in my life. He didn't help me out. He wasn't there. It's easy to say those things. And those right there,
Hmm.
those could be things that affect you in your life, true enough. But as you get to a certain age, you can't blame nobody else but yourself
That's right.
when you be in those situations, because it's somebody that's gonna come along that's gonna be able to point you in the right direction. It's somebody that's gonna be living the type of lifestyle that you want to live or doing the type of things that you want to do, and they doing it in the right way. And God will place them in your path in order for you to be able to steer you in the right direction. But if you continue to, oh man, it's their fault, you want to blame everybody else. Once you
Right.
look in the mirror and you're able to say, you know what, it's my responsibility. Even though people did stuff to me, it's my responsibility in order to change my future is to do something. And so it's going to
Right.
start with me. Once I start with me and start changing those things within me and accept the mess that I made, then I'm able
Hmm.
to start cleaning it up and picking up the pieces. And
Yes,
so,
sir.
man, I want you to get in here, man, and join into
Hmm.
the conversation, man, and
All
give
right.
me what you think about, people just cleaning up their own mess and taking responsibility for their own mess, man.
Man, that's a good topic, man. As you was explaining, man, that we have to be responsible for our own actions. We don't want to feel like we the reason some things are going the way they're going in our life. We don't want to really take. It's hard for us to really just kind of own up to some problems just because of pride and how we'll look, and
Mhm.
that's good that we do that, man. And just as we have to do it in that sense, we have to
Right,
do it in the sense of just we're responsible for our own emotions.
right.
And even though those things happen to us, we have to make sure that we take accountability and knowing that I'm feeling how I feel, not just because what they did, but because I'm choosing to think aware, I'm choosing to feel away. And if I'm angry, if I'm upset, if I'm whichever way it is, man, we got to be able to own up to that, man, and be able to see ourselves in those moments. See when we tripping, see when I'm too something might get you upset, man. You notice your blood pressure up.
Mhm.
That's something telling you, like, hey, bro.
Yeah.
You need to lay back. It don't mean that you just need to go harder at it, man. And so taking responsibility for that really, you taking the blame off of who did it to you, who said what, who
Yep.
disrespected,
Yep.
who did whatever. When you
Yep.
take that responsibility off them, man, you get your own power back. And we take the power from people to kind of control how we react to stuff, man. And we
Mm-hmm.
have to we have to do that, be responsible for our emotions, but as well as the consequences of things that we do in life. Hey, if you're
Mm-hmm.
out there having unprotected sex as a young man, chances are you can have some babies. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right. Right.
And the
Right.
bed that you got to lay in is that, hey, either I got to work and a lot of jobs because all these kids. You know what I
Right.
mean? That's no reason to get mad and want to talk about the system and who did what and how she knew this and she would
Yeah.
all that other stuff don't
Yeah.
matter, man. There's
Yeah.
power in just us owning up and taking responsibility for ourselves, man. So
Mm-hmm.
that's my
Oh
take on
yeah.
it, man.
Oh yeah. Because the reason I say, you take responsibility, because once you start taking responsibility, you can start putting yourself in the right position in order to do something better. And
Mm-hmm.
so, and just like in sports, the coach call out a play.
Right.
Now, the coach might be studying the other team's defense. And so if he's studying the other team's defense, he might drop a play. And if you're in the right position, you might be in a position to either win the game or score a critical basket that can put y'all in a position to win. But
Mm-hmm.
when you out of position, you can either lose yards, lose a bucket, turn over the ball. It's different
Right.
things, or you can just lose the game. But if you make more plays being in the right position, it's more than likely that you'll end up winning. You know what I'm
Yes, sir.
saying? Because you put yourself in a position to win. But
Right.
long as you reflecting on what you did wrong that last play, or the last mistake that you made, long as you dwelling on that, you're not gonna never be able to put yourself in a position to win again, because you study thinking about what that mistake that I made,
Right.
or the things that's in my path that I stumbled in it. People are laughing at me because I made a bad play. So now I got all this mess piled up over here. So now
Mm-hmm.
how I'm gonna clean this up? Because everybody watching me now. Everybody
Right.
looking, everybody laughing at that last thing that I did that was so horrible that now everybody be like, well, she got pregnant when
Mm-hmm.
she was in middle school. Oh man, how she get pregnant? Like everybody else, everybody else was doing it. She just happened to get pregnant, because let's
Right.
be honest, a lot of us do a lot of things and we just don't get caught up like other people do. Yeah,
True.
I mean, just be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah.
We do a lot of stuff that other people do. They just get caught up, and when they get caught up, everybody be like, they can point the finger, be like, "Woo, I'm glad they ain't happened to
Mhm.
me." You
Right.
know, and they'll be like, they'll be laughing at people, and they be doing the same thing, but you just didn't get caught up in your situation, man.
Yeah, man. You know, Stan, I like that, man, that analogy you used with the football there, man. It was like, being caught up on how you messed up the last play, you know,
Right,
can can get you off track and mess you up for what play you're on now, what's got to be
right,
done now. And
yep,
that all goes back with to owning up to it. We got to accept what happened. You know what I
yep,
mean? Accept those things. Be real with ourselves. That's the first thing, being real with ourselves, man, so that
mm-hmm,
we can accept what we did or accept the decisions that were made and
yep,
own up to that and be able to live in the now, man, be able to enjoy things, man. A lot of us can't enjoy life because we stuck on what happened in the past or what I did wrong or what they did, man. And we really lose precious moments, man. Time with our family. A
yep,
good day, just a normal day that somebody might say did nothing happen, but man, we could miss a beautiful day just to enjoy being alive, man. And enjoy seeing your kids, just the simple things, man, for us just kind of living in the past or looking at things that we messed up on and beating ourselves up for. So I
yep,
just wanted to chime in on that, man. I like that. I like that analogy there, man.
yeah.
That was eye opening, man. So appreciate you, brother.
Oh yeah, man. It would be because I think of it like this, because I think that especially like a lot of young ladies get beat up when they get a teenage pregnancy,
Hmm.
and I think you know it can be several reasons why it happens, but it happens.
Right.
And excuse me. And the reason I can speak on that because I have 2 daughters. So I know it can become a reality for me. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not saying that my daughters are perfect, by any means. I'm not saying that. And so it has the potential to happen. But I think if I put some things in place, it'll be less likely. So I'm putting them in a position that it'll less likely happen. It could still happen, but by them being in a different position, is less likely that they'll do it. You see what I'm saying? True. So with me being a coach, I have to have a playbook for my family. I have to have a playbook for my children. So I have to take any mess that I run into, I have to go ahead and analyze it and be like, look, okay, I got this. Let me put this together. Because if I don't come up with plays and I get sacked, I go down, I call the wrong plays, everybody going to be looking at me when we lose. Because when everything mess up in the house, they're going to turn to you. Okay, now, Dad, what you going to do? Wife, what you going to do? And even the women that's single mothers, when they're in the household, everybody, the children gonna look to them, be like, okay, what we gonna do? And let's be honest. And when I said they single, they can have a man there. He just a child. He not able to be a leader. So she have to be the leader for the family. So now she got extra pressure on her because the situation come up now. She got to come up with plays.
Right.
Plus she got to do this for the children. And plus she got to deal with herself. And so now when you step up to the plate and you set those plays and you push your stuff to the side, you push your feelings to the side to run the play, you put everybody in position. Now, what if the play don't work? If the play don't work, that's cool. But everybody is in position now. Everybody know the line up right here. Line up right here. Okay, line up right there. You ready?
Right.
Now that everybody in position, I can call different plays. I can audible. Because everybody is in position. Now that I can audible and everybody in the right position, now we can potentially start getting yards and move down the field and score.
Yes, sir.
Because we all on the same. But it all comes down to me taking responsibility for what I have done or what I didn't do in order to move it forward, man. Woo! Right. Boy, something is water, boy.
You on the road, man. I ain't getting in front of the train, man. You on the road.
There's something in water, man.
Man, that's good stuff, though. And that's real talk, man, that we need to hear, man. That fathers need to hear. Fathers of any kind, whether you're biologically or not, that's good stuff to hear, man. So
and man, if y'all don't mind, man, since we dedicating this to our fathers, I just want to share a little story.
Okay.
My pops, man, I remember when I first got married, right? Got married and we started having children. When you first get married, it's like you don't have any problems because ain't no children involved. You have little stuff come up, but it's not that big because it's just you and her.
Yes, sir.
So when the children start coming, I don't know. The woman is like, she get more frantic when the children come along, be like, if it's a small problem, it'd be huge. You know what I'm saying? It'd be huge when it come along. And so I called my pops, man. I was like, Pops, look, all right, I had my second baby. And I'm talking to my pops, and my pops sitting up there. He listened. He ain't saying nothing. He just quiet over the phone. So I'm just sitting there. I'm just talking. I get done. I said, Dad, you there? He said, yeah, I'm there. You finished? I said, yes, sir. He said, son, you're going to have to be a man, right? I said, nah, I done told you all this. Where that come from? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Where did that come from? And I'm gonna be very transparent. He said, now it's time to take off the dress and put the pants on. That's what he told me. That's what he told me.
Straight up.
Hey, time to take off the dress and put the pants on.
Come on in, Pops.
But it is what it is. And so
Yeah.
part of the reason why I'm pretty straightforward like I am is because he didn't beat around the bush. He came with it. Hey, this is what it is, son.
Mm-hmm.
Either man up or step back. You know, don't
Mm-hmm.
go out and make a family if you don't want to be a man and take care of that mess. You know, take
That's
care of your
right.
responsibility. Take care of whatever comes with that. You know,
Right.
anybody out there, don't even if I'm gonna say this, even if you start a business, that's your baby. You got a responsibility to take care of them. You
Right.
know, you got a responsibility to take care, to learn about it. You know, to study,
Mm-hmm.
study to show thy self approval. When he say
Yeah.
that, it's not pertaining just to religion. It's pertaining to what you going into. Because anything that you want to be blessed, you got to be responsible, study for it in order for it to blossom. Because
That's
if you
right.
don't put energy into it, he ain't gonna put any energy into it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So make sure you grab hold to your responsibility in order to anything for it to blossom. Relationship, if you want that to blossom, you got to be responsible.
Right.
Business, if you want that to blossom, you got to be responsible. Your job, if you want that to blossom, you got to be responsible. You know,
Mm-hmm.
your health, you got to be responsible. You know, any of those things that you want to blossom, if you don't be responsible for it first, you'll never get to where you want to be at, man. My bad,
Hey.
my bad. Yeah, man.
Hey.
Let me fall back a little bit, man.
I'm soaking it all in, brother. Soaking it all in, man.
Yeah, but man, that was just my pops, man. And you know, I ain't trying to get emotional or nothing, but I just
Yeah.
like to speak in power when I'm talking about him because he was such a powerful individual in my life and other
Right.
people's life, and he was just a man. You see what I'm saying? And so, man,
Doubt
I'm gonna toss it over there to you, man. I don't know, you know, if you want to
it.
share anything about your pops or not, man. You know, you can speak freely how you want to talk about the subject, but
Man,
if you want to, you know, you can share one, bro.
yeah, man. I, I just want to share a personality trait of his, man,
Mm-hmm.
that that I saw and admired, man, and that was
Mm-hmm.
just being young and seeing my dad always, keep his cool and stay
Yeah.
poised and be able to make,
Yeah.
wise decisions, man. And I even saw
Mm-hmm.
situations where, even as a young man, as a kid, even both looking like,
Mm-hmm.
man, if I was in that situation,
All
you know what I
right.
mean?
All right.
But to keep the poise and keep peace, man. And it was
Mm-hmm.
something that he walked. It's one thing to see a preacher in a pulpit and see
Yeah.
people, hey, how you doing,
Yeah.
sister? And go pray and
Yeah.
do all that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then you get home and you know what it is.
Yep.
Some
Yep.
people we got to live those life where they get home and they can see the preacher just, hey, go crazy, come home,
It is what
just
it
any kind of
is.
way with the family,
Right.
cousin, drinking, doing
Yep.
whatever, and that's not to be judgmental on any of
Yeah.
those
Yeah.
things,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
say you can see the contrast in how he
Right.
was out here and how he
Yeah.
was here. But my dad
Mm-hmm.
he was that way there and he was that way at the house. And he
Uh-huh.
didn't play no games, but he
Yeah.
was just always able to keep his cool and stay poised, man. And
Mm-hmm.
me seeing that helped me be able to take some of that with me as a man and be able to see myself even as a father and a husband
Right.
now where I can see situations and maybe even
Mm-hmm.
feel, the emotions coming, feeling
Mm-hmm.
like I want to respond away, but I can look back at the times where my dad
Yeah.
was calm and able to speak with peace.
Mm-hmm.
Man, still speak with love. And if something needs to be
Mm-hmm.
said, he still made his point. You know what I
Right.
mean? Whether
Yep.
that was tough love or what have you. But I
Yeah.
think as men, we need to be able to stay poised, man, and not just let the first thing come to our mind make us react. A
Yeah.
lot of us in
Yep.
prison and jail are dead and gone now because
Mm-hmm.
just reacting and not being able to sit back sometime, man, just take a breath, you know,
Mm-hmm.
get that good talk to yourself, talk to God, whatever you need to do,
Yeah.
man. And so just shout out to my dad, big man, Reverend Elton G. Irish Sr., man,
Yes,
for
sir.
always being able to keep peace on his sleeve and
Mm-hmm.
keep love with him, man, and to stay poised. So that's just, one of the personalities and traits of my dad I wanted to share, man, that I really
Yeah.
appreciate. So shout out to big man. So
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, man. So we are this product of responsibility, you know.
Yeah.
when you have two men that raise two men, you can't help but when you're around that you're gonna pull off that energy.
No
You
doubt.
can't help it because when when you poise in a situation, period,
Mm-hmm.
that just some people it just blows their mind. You know, I done said this before on here, and I done been in situations like this last past year that I lost both of my parents, man. Within a month of each other, and it have people to be like, man, how you do it, how you smile, how you do this, how you do that, because I saw my pops do it.
Right.
I saw my
Yeah.
pops do it. And I saw my pops do it, and even though in all those tough situations, he still had responsibility to take care of. When my
Yep.
parents passed away, I still had to take care of my family,
Yep.
and then my family could see me. Don't get me wrong. Now I done had my moments. Now don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. I done
Right.
had my moments. You know what I'm saying? I ain't
Right.
gonna
No
sit
doubt.
here like a tough guy. Like, okay, man, I ain't never cry. I ain't never break down and nothing. I ain't never be sad. Nah, I'll be
Right.
lying. I done definitely had my moments.
Right.
And even though I had the moments when I'm around them, I'm not snapping at them, not going off,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Right.
I'm not doing all those things, even though it have affected me, but I can't show people how because I gotta be encouraging. I gotta be some uplifting. So I
Right.
gotta take responsibility to uplift myself.
Come on, preacher.
I love it quick, man.
That's real
I
though,
gotta
man.
uplift myself, man,
Man.
because at times, man, if I'm down, I'm bitter, man, that be the time that people come and they need the most encouraging, man. I'd be like, boy,
Man.
I done just wiped my eyes and got myself together. And here's
Yeah.
somebody calling, they got an issue going on.
Yep.
So what I got going on, I got to push that to the side to
Mm-hmm.
encourage them in their situation. And
Right.
that's a responsibility that anybody can, it ain't easy to carry that around. A lot of people can't do that, man. A lot of
Right.
people cannot do that. You can't just go through, you can't just have a dramatic situation happen like that. I ain't gonna say
Mm-hmm.
I said dramatic. It's a dramatic situation that happened to you like that, and then you just bounce back and you smile. You still get on here, and matter of fact, it just motivated me to do more podcasts. You know what I'm
There you
saying?
go.
I'm
There
really
you go.
finna go for it. It just
Yes,
motivated me to
sir.
even do more because that's what they want me to do. That's what they want me to do. That's what I need to do. That's what they put in me to do is to go on here and continue to speak, go on here, continue to do this, continue to spread his word, continue to do that because that's what's
Yeah.
inside of me. So I had a
Yeah.
responsibility to motivate myself, pull something inside myself. Don't even call nobody and be like, it been times I've been a little sad. I'd be like, you know what, man, let me call somebody and this and that. But even if you call somebody, they can give you that temporary, but you need something inside you that's going to spark that fire that you don't have to call nobody. You don't
Man.
need nobody else. You can pull something within and bring you joy and motivate yourself, man.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
What's
Boy,
up, man?
talk that. Talk that talk, man.
Oh,
That's
man.
good stuff.
My bad, man. I done went somewhere else, bro.
Nah, man.
I
Yeah,
don't went.
you right where you
I
need to be,
don't.
man. Hey, we need to encourage ourselves, man. We
Yeah.
give too many people we put it on them. We put a tremendous job. We asking them so much for them to make me feel good, make me feel happy,
Oh.
make me feel this way.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? And it's not their job.
Yeah.
Every
There you
time that you
go.
lift yourself up, I know we may think, man, somebody said some words that pick
Mm-hmm.
me up. He just blessed my soul. But the
Mm-hmm.
truth of the matter is, you just gave yourself permission to go ahead and feel okay and to be okay. So
Yep.
learning how to
Yep.
encourage ourselves, man.
Yep.
Oh, that's so important for us, man. That hey, we got to be our own strength. We got to be our own light. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And man, look like that flower's about to get the
Yeah.
best of you, man.
Man, it was, man. Shoot. Yeah, it just came. Shoot, man.
Oh
Man.
man,
Well,
but
yeah.
yeah, real
My
that's good
bad,
stuff,
bro.
man. No, you
Yeah.
good, man. But yeah, encouraging ourselves, man. We got to just realize
Mm-hmm.
that we always got that ability. So
Oh yeah, man. I think that, also, man, another thing is like, once we take responsibility for our own mess, we can start and get control of our life again. Because I
yeah,
think once you give somebody else the responsibilities or your mess, they kind of control your life. You
yeah,
know, they kind of control your life. And so, in order to control your own life, you need to take responsibility for all the things that you do and that you can control. Because some
yep,
things you can't control,
right,
some things that happen to you, like if it's a young lady then they got raped, it's a young man then they got raped, or their parents was on drugs and when they was born they got that drug in their system, when
yeah,
it's in their blood when they're born. It's some things that you can't just be like, okay, I could just fight this and this and that. Some things you can't, because you didn't do that. But if you be like, you know what, it's on me, even though this situation happened to me,
right,
instead of me looking back and saying, oh, this net, now which way I'm gonna go,
yeah,
which way I'm gonna go now. Because it's easy to become a victim and just settle for not doing nothing, or settle for the place that you at and get that
right,
victim mode and get sympathy from everybody. That's easy to do. And a lot of people are comfortable being in that place. But if you want to go to a higher level of yourself, you want to elevate yourself to another level, take
yeah,
responsibility. Take responsibility for your weight, Take
man,
responsibility for your bad eating habits, Take
right,
responsibility for it. Take responsibility for drinking or smoking those cigarettes or
right,
eating too much fried food. Take responsibility for that. Take responsibility of not taking care of yourself. You might got that ingrown toenail out, or you haven't got a checkup in years. You haven't been to the doctor in years,
yeah,
you take
man,
responsibility for that, or take
right,
responsibility for that light that's blinking on the car that been on for the last month, that check engine light. Take
yeah, man,
responsibility for that, man. Get that checked out. I'm
yes,
just
sir.
saying, because when it's something that we like, something that's good to the flesh, we take responsibility for it. And what I'm saying, we take responsibility when it is the weekend and it's time to get drunk, it's trying to get high. We take responsibility to make sure we get that bottle, make sure we
Right,
get that weed.
right,
We take the responsibility when it's a woman or females, if it's a man that you want to have sex with, you take responsibility to get that text, to send that
yes, sir.
text, to make that
Uh-huh,
call, to get that set up. You take
right,
responsibility for that. So we quick to take responsibility that's appealing to the flesh. But when it ain't good for that flesh,
right.
woo!
Yes, sir. Yes,
Oh
sir.
man, when it ain't good to that flesh, oh man, when it
Yeah.
don't taste good, when it's that medicine, when it
Mm-hmm.
when it ain't the wings fried hard with ranch. Oh
Boy,
man, when
huh?
you talking about I gotta eat some celery now, some carrots with that ranch.
Some greens,
Yeah.
man.
It's a whole different ball game, man.
Yep.
Oh,
Yes,
oh, man.
sir.
Oh, man.
Yes, sir.
No, man. Oh,
That's the
man,
truth,
man.
though, man.
Man.
That's the truth. Got to take that responsibility,
Oh,
man.
man. Whew,
That
my bad.
ownership.
Oh man. Whew, it hit me right there. But yeah, but it's just, man, I think that once we get to that place, man,
Yeah.
and like I think once you get to that place and you will feel better as a person, because you don't have other people. You ain't got to call mama. You ain't got to call daddy. You ain't got to call your sugar daddy. You ain't got to call your sugar mama. You ain't got to call those
Right.
folks. You ain't got to call auntie. You ain't got to call your big brother, because
Mhm.
you have figured out how to handle your own business. It's one of the best feelings in the world. It's
Man.
one of the best feelings in the world when you be like, man, you know what? You look in the mirror and you took care of that.
Right.
You figured that out. Somebody might can point you in the right direction. Don't get me wrong. It's nothing wrong with reaching out to people to hear them out about a situation because they are knowledgeable about it. Oh yeah, you definitely need to do that. But after you get that information, they not coming down and doing it for you. They didn't give you the information. Now you done applied it.
Mm-hmm.
Now you did it for yourself, man. This one, I'm telling you, it's
man.
one of the best feelings in the world, man.
No doubt.
Yeah, and they ain't giving it to nobody else. Let me ask you this, ER.
Okay.
And I done said this on a couple of podcasts, but my boy is a musical genius. You know what I'm saying? The boy is cold with the keys. Don't get it twisted, man. And the boy, he got about 2 pipes on him. I ain't gonna say it's a lot. He got about 2 pipes on him, you know. But the first time, man, you know, I know your pops taught you how to be cold on the keys, but the first time that you played the keys and you did something that your pops didn't teach you, you did something that your pops didn't teach you. You did it yourself. How did that feel, man? You know,
hey, man, it's hard to explain how that felt, other than just, man, it was, you know, I felt good, I felt happy, I felt like, you know, man, I felt like I could do more. I felt like everything positive in just accomplishing that.
Yeah.
You know, it was one that nobody had to, like I said, tell me or lead me the way on, you know, and just that confidence it gave me to keep going and to do more, man, was enough, man. And every time you do that, it's just fuel that you can keep, that we can keep going, man, and keep doing it again and again. To know that, man, hey, we all can be self-sufficient. It's good for us to have relationships and people in our lives that help us, man, and that are, you know, mentors and this and that other. But at the end of the day, man, we got to make that decision. And that's why it feels so good when you do something on your own, because there was nobody there. You know, there was no teacher there. There was nobody there. But you knew, hey, I didn't know how to do something before.
Right.
And now I know how to do it. Man, there's nothing that kind of feeling there. And it ain't just about ego, but but that confidence and that feeling good that, man, I did this and that I can do it and that I can do more. So it's important for us to do the small things, do these things, because that's what leads to the greater and greater and the greater, you know? You start one thing you do on your own and you're like, you know what? I've done this before. It wasn't on that scale, but hey, I can do this. Or I can buy my first car. Or you know what? I can buy my home. Or, you know, I can start this business. Or whatever it is, man. You know, just that right there is just fuel on top of fuel on top of fuel. And so I encourage everybody that being able to do that on your own, being able to accomplish things on your own is, man, it's priceless, man. And ain't no better feeling than that. It's great for us to get tips, like I said, and get all this other stuff. But when you do it yourself and you see yourself doing it, everybody know. I don't even have to say how I feel. If you watching this, you know how that feels. You know what I mean? You know, I mean, can't nobody tell you nothing. That chest out there, you know. But nah, man, that's that's good stuff, man. We just need to keep doing it, keep doing it. Keep
that joke go again. Yeah, man. Hey, man, I need a SWAT up, man. Shit.
Hey, he's a special guest on the show tonight, man.
Exactly, man. He done caught me, boy. Caught me slipping. I'm about to go and act the fool for a second. But yeah, man, that what you said, that it gives you confidence and you want to do more. Right. That's the big thing about, like, once you do that for yourself, you take responsibility and you do that for yourself. You just want to do more and feel like you can accomplish more. You know, oh man, it's a great feeling, because I'm gonna tell you this. It's like you start building a house. You lay that foundation. That foundation is rock solid. You know, then you get the framework up, you get the roof up. You know, each step that you start to build up, it gives you more and more confidence, you know. And
Mhm.
I'm gonna say this now. I'm not gonna say everything gonna go smooth, everything not gonna go perfect. But if you keep at it, you keep going back, you keep adjusting, you keep making an adjustment, and that's how a lot of great coaches. That's how they win.
Mm-hmm.
You got to make the adjustments in life. When you see
Yep.
you going down a path, or you see you in a situation, you got to make an adjustment. You know, the Stanley that was in 2015 might not be the Stanley that can do the real men talk, you
Right.
know. But as he continued to build his confidence to get to the person he is now, now he can
Mm-hmm.
do it because of the wins that along the way. Because your
Right.
old self, you might not thought that you could do some of the things you did, but after you start accomplishing and start getting that confidence,
Yep.
oh man, then you be like, oh, you know what? I might can do that. You know what I'm saying? I might can
Yep.
do the podcast. You know, because first, I'm gonna say first we was on the phone. We was on the phone
Mm-hmm.
calling each other. I was like, you
Right.
know what, man? Let's step it up, man. You know, I ain't saying I had got confidence because I was like, man, I done mastered like doing the audio part. I done
Right.
mastered it. I know how to put it. I can fade the music. I done put claps in there. I done got cold.
Come
I
on,
was
dog.
like,
Talk it. Talk it.
now it's time to challenge myself to move on to something else.
Yeah.
Because if I would have stayed right there, if we would have stayed right there, I
Mm-hmm.
think it would have kind of stunted our growth. You know, I think it could
Right.
have been something good, but it would have stunted our growth. Be like, oh man, okay. So okay, you can edit audio. Ooh wee, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, good. You know, but okay, other than that, what can you do? You
Yeah.
know, and so I had to challenge myself after I accomplished that. Let me do this, you know. And
Mm-hmm.
matter of fact, after I do that, let me make sure that me and EI get on something. We came together and took responsibility to go in the future to do something different. We
Man.
had the hey, we had to go come together. We huddled up. Hey man, that play didn't work. That
Right.
that last play didn't work. You know, we
Right.
going too
Right.
long. We trying to throw
Yeah.
these bombs. Let's throw some short passes.
Right. Right.
Let's
Yeah.
let know some
Yeah.
dick and dunks. You know, some dick and
Man.
dunks and get down the field. You know, and
Yep.
score like that. You see what I'm saying? And so,
Yeah.
man, that's what we started to do. And with us making those adjustments, now it gave us the confidence. Now let's move into different arenas. Let's do this. Let's do that.
Yeah.
You know. And so,
Right.
man, that's just my cup of tea, man. But you know, man, at this time, man, I like to hop in the car, man, get on the interstate, get off, man, turn down the block, go around here to Eat Eyes Corner.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, man. If you're on the street, if you're driving, man, you ain't. Hey, come on, stop by here, man. It's real quick, real quick.
Yes,
Right here
sir.
at EI's Corner, man. Shout out to everybody out there listening. To all the RMT listeners, man. Thank y'all for tuning back in.
Oh
We're here
yeah.
for another segment with your boy EIG. And you know how I like to start it, man. But shout out today, starting out for the fathers, man. At the beginning of the show, standing, man.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to your pops, man, my pops, and anybody else out there that's alive or not living, whatever the case is. Just shout out to all fathers, man.
Oh yeah.
Father's Day, man. We laugh and joke about the gifts that, you know, the differences in between Mother's Day and Father's Day. And hey,
Man, we finna talk about
points
that
have
on the
been
corner.
made.
We finna talk about that on the corner.
Points have been made, but we ain't gonna do that, man. We just gonna. I just want to keep encouraging the dads, man, and all of that, man. So shout out to the fathers. And as you always know how I do, hey, shout out to the black and yellow, to my Steelers fans and my Steelers lovers and those that rock with your boy EIG for the black and yellow. Hey, I'm glad you're here too. Hey, I gotta do it. Don't listen to Stan. Don't listen to him.
Let me mute him real quick. Whatever, mute
But no, honestly, y'all, real quick on the corner here with your boy, man. I just want to say this: Father's Day. You know, a lot of us fathers, we can get caught up, man, and just, hey, what kind of physical things we leave our kids? How much money? What kind of inheritance I can leave for my son or my daughter? And that's cool. Nothing's wrong with that. I would want to leave the best for my kids. But I just want to encourage any of the dads that aren't able to do those things. Maybe you can't leave a fortune. Maybe there's no long will, but there's something you can leave that'll never fade. And that's just wisdom that you can leave with your kids. Give them something that they can give to their children, man. And as fathers, we can see all the killings that are happening, the senseless murders, the rappers dying, people going in grocery stores, this, that, and the other, man. I think just as fathers, man, we need to be able to teach our sons and daughters just how to deal with our own emotions. I know we've been talking about it, but you can leave your children some wisdom and then let them know that, hey, you don't have to make the first move. You don't have to act on the first thing that come to your mind. Leaving wisdom and letting them know that you love them is the most important thing you can do as a father. And just remember that being a father is about being a father. And that means if someone got an opinion about how you are as a dad, that's okay. Because it's not about them. It's only about that child, your son, your daughter, and what legacy you left with them. What love did you leave with them? So don't worry about how people think of you are as a father, what you left, what the status quo is, these things that really don't matter. Leave the things that matter with your kids. And those matters of the heart. Leaving love, leaving wisdom, teaching them things to deal with themselves every day of their life, man. So encouragement to fathers is all I got for the corner today, man. But just wanted to slip it in. And that's love to everybody, every father, every dad out there. Shout out to you. Keep going. I don't care what you do, what you're affiliated with, man. You're still a father. And I send love your way. Thank y'all for stopping by EI's Corner. Peace.
Oh, yeah, man. Man, he be bringing too much smoke on that EI's Corner. I can't even close it out with nothing, man. I just, I can't even go behind it, man. I just want to give, let me see. Let me get this right real quick. Now, y'all know, man. I gotta give a shout out to everybody, you know, and right here, and everybody that because I be sending texts out to everybody, to listen to the show, and man, I appreciate everybody that stopped, everybody that comment, give a like on Facebook when we post a video on Instagram, or even we go on live, you join in. Hey man, I appreciate that. And even the talks that y'all have when y'all see me out, or if y'all see EI out and y'all ask about the podcast, man, we really appreciate that. That just give us more motivation to do what we do. So I just want to give y'all a special shout out for that. And and man, that I just can't say it enough, because I know EI's pops. I met him. I've been around him, and so, and I know my pops, so I know both of these men well, and I've been around EI's father for years. It ain't just like I hear hit and miss, Right. But one thing I say, he preached a sermon, man. And this right here, man, it stick to me till this day, man. And it's the sermon was, don't be a light bulb, be a laser beam. Yes, sir. Don't be a light bulb, be a laser beam, man. And I remember that message, man, till this day, Right. So man, that speaks to my and me, my brother, his brother, all of us get together and we laugh about it, because that message right there just resonated with us so tough that we just sit around and be joking, be kicking, and be like, "Oh man, you being a light bulb," man.
That.
Oh man, those good memories, man.
But laser beam, man.
Yeah, being that laser beam, man. So hey, we probably have to do a show on that, but hey, man, hey, we love y'all, man. Until next time, man. We out.
Peace.